These are today's top
son,
stories. We've got ships report attacks after Iran closes Strait of Hormuz as Trump says US won't be blackmailed. That comes a day after Trump said that the Strait of Hormuz is open, by the way.
Oh, I'm gonna come.
And we've also got Keir Starmer again is in a little bit of a pickle because the essentially Peter Mandelson row has come back up. Obviously, there was a bit of a distraction that was pleasantly awarded to him with the whole Iran war. It took the attention off of him for a little bit, but not for long, because yesterday we had a senior official ousted over the Mandelson security row to face MPs. So essentially, the chief foreign office official was ousted over the decision to grant Peter Mandelson a security clearance despite vetting concerns. So yeah, they're going to be facing questions from MPs on Tuesday. And without going through this whole article, the basic premise of this is that Keir Starmer has misled Parliament by saying Peter Mandelson went through the due process of all the security vetting and everything that is needed to become the ambassador. Yeah, he was like, oh, well, the full diplomatic process was engaged with and we made sure that we had a rigorous platform to test Peter Mandelson on. And he came out and said that apparently in Parliament, and then it's come out saying that actually Peter Mandelson didn't go through the vetting process. And by the way, a few years ago, in the general election and also council elections with Reform UK, they had a lot of people who had written tweets and stuff, very racist and bad things. And then there was all this, controversy saying, well, why aren't Reform vetting their candidates properly? These are for councillors, by the way, not the UK ambassador to the US. A very important high role. Peter Mandelson didn't go through vetting, but Reform UK, God forbid, someone tweets something a bit booky a few years ago, deletes it, apologises for it. Well, fuck them off, because Peter Mandelson's here, everyone. This story is excellent because there was a clip on X, and we're going to watch it actually, bear with. So this was when Labour won, or when the exit poll was announced. I'm going to have to put my headphones on, bear with for this. Essentially what happened was everyone creamed their knickers over this exit poll.
Oh my God.
What's going on in there? Let's listen again.
Oh my God. You can see from his face in just a second. You can see how Andy has reacted.
Brilliant.
So, yeah, we had that reaction after the exit poll came out, which, to be honest with you, it was just like, oh, look at this, Labour have finally won, it's going to be so much better, it's going to be so much different, and not a single thing has been different. In fact, this scandal with Peter Mandelson, loose little hair there, this scandal is definitely the biggest scandal, other than obviously Prince Andrew being a fucking big paedophile, ratting nonce. This is the biggest one in government, at least. Even bigger than what the Conservatives did. Boris Johnson, by the way, he got ousted by his own party.
Great supine protoplasmic invertebrate jellies.
Just for having a few drinks during COVID, which at the time, obviously, you had all the funerals and people being limited to interactions and all this stuff, which was why the premise of that argument was very strong. Because it's like, well, how can you be partying when people are struggling and suffering? Can't even see the family members who are dying in hospitals. This is bigger than that, because Boris, he fell on his sword. He got a lot of letters to oust him. He was ousted and he went. Keir Starmer literally appointed like I've said it many times, the fucking ambassador for the UK to the US. And he wasn't even through his security vetting process properly. This is the UK government, you know. We're all working to keep them afloat, us full-time workers, paying our taxes, and they're not even managing things fucking properly. Not just the economy, but who they're putting into these big roles. Let me tell you one thing, right? UK politics and Western politics is a fucking scam. There's an illusion of democracy, not to go all conspiracy theory, which is why when I started this channel I said I'm not really that political, because I couldn't care less. There's no one party that's going to do anything different from the last one. Believe you me. Labour done nothing different to the Tory party, apart from more scandals and making things more expensive. They carried on that trajectory. It's no different. Our pockets are still being pinched almost 2 years after they got elected. There's no changes. And they say, oh, well, we inherited this problem from the last government. We've been working to get things sorted. It's like, shut up. What are you getting sorted? Nothing. Nothing's been sorted. Also, you know, we're expected to show up, no sick days, do the best you can every single day. These politicians are doing fucking nothing. They're sitting there shouting at each other for £90,000 a year. And then they come out with the audacity to say, well, I had no idea. You are the UK government, Keir Starmer. You are at the top. If you had no idea, what happened to collective ministerial responsibility? That was a thing where in your party, if you are at the top of it, the Prime Minister, you take collective responsibility for your ministers and you apologise. Not say, well, I had no fucking clue. All of the democratic norms that we used to know in this country have expired. They don't exist anymore. It is just a fucking revolving door. Who's in, who's not. Ooh. It is just a revolving door of shithouse politicians. But yeah, I mean, I don't know how this is going to progress. We'll keep looking at it. We'll keep in the loop. Across the pond, you've got Donald Trump, demented, batshit crazy, one day saying, we've opened the Strait of Hormuz. Baron Trump takes a few shots on oil. Then the Strait of Hormuz is closed again. Takes a buy position on oil. Baron Trump, very rich. The Trump dynasty, very rich probably as well. So there's a lot of corruption afloat. This channel primarily is not being corrupt. We're just normal people watching the world fucking explode around us. But ultimately, what do you think? Do you think Keir Starmer should resign? I bloody do. But I don't think it would be very good if he gets replaced by one of the Labour backbenchers. That's the big question. Who would replace Keir Starmer? Who would you want to see replace Keir Starmer? Because I don't think there's a single person in the Labour Party that should. I think we should go to a full general election, get him out. But, I mean, a general election, what difference is that going to make? Fuck all. So, yeah. Anyway, cheers for watching. All the best.